Well, hello. This is Rosa RCG Creations. How are you doing? I'm bringing to you today cabbage rolls. Never made them before. This is a recipe from a friend of mine. She had them at a little potluck, and I really liked them because all the other cabbage rolls I've had before, because I've had many different parties and gatherings, you could really taste the cabbage really bad. And what she says differently is, here's her recipe, and of course it'll be in the description box. And in that, oops, I got some blood from my ground beef in here. Let me put that in the wash next. She calls it Dad's cabbage rolls because this is actually a recipe from her dad. Okay, let me move my stuff out of the way. I cut up to save time because I only want to spend 15 minutes on my videos. Y'all know that. I went ahead and chopped up. There's a recipe calls for 12 large cabbage leaves, steams shaved, 1 pound ground beef, 1 pound ground pork. Today we're not using pork because I couldn't find any, and hubby really didn't want ground pork, so we just sticking with 2 pounds of ground beef. 1 cup of Uncle Ben's rice, which is over there. It's already been cooked. 1/2 to 3/4 cup milk. 1 medium onion, finely diced. 1 to 2 cloves of garlic, minced, and that's what I have. Or you could use garlic powder, but I went ahead and used my fresh garlic. 8 to 10 dashes of Worcestershire sauce. 1 teaspoon of salt, black pepper to taste, and parsley to taste. Basically, all you do is you mix everything except for the cabbage leaves, and then you roll them into, put a spoonful into the mix on the leaf. Then you roll it up, and then you place in a pressure cooker or an Instapot, and you can pour 1 large can or 2 small cans, excuse me, of Campbell's tomato soup mix with 1/2 cup of water. But we're not at that phase yet because I've never done this before, and I didn't know how to do this. So what I did, and I'm going to get my pot holders because I just got it off the stove. I steamed the cabbage. I have a small little pot, and this is the steamer that it fits in. So I just steamed my cabbage so I could easily take the leaves off and get 1 entire leaf off at a time. Okay? Ooh, that's hot. That's hot. And excuse me, I've got this bad cough allergy season here in Texas. So excuse me. Okay, what I'm going to do is she said very slowly peel the leaf off once you've steamed it. Okay, she goes, the first 1 or 2 may have to be thrown away, but then you'll be able to pull all the other ones out. And I can't, I can see I'm going to struggle. Because the leaves, she says, try everything you can not to tear the leaves. And then I went to a bunch of different sites, and every one of them said the same thing. Try not to tear the leaves. These are going to go in the wash. So here's the core, and what you want to do is take the core off. So I'm going to cut that core off. So I just did the little V shape, and then there's my little leaf. Okay. So that's going to go over here to the side. This one already tore. So I'm going to go ahead and pull the whole leaf off because it's no good. And that'll go in the trash. I'm thinking what I can do is I can core. Oh, that's hot though. Because I did steam it. That's what she recommended. She said that's how she does it. So she can get almost the entire leaf without it tearing on her. And I did go into one other website on Google, and if I remember, I'll write down who it was that put it on there to give them kudos. Also, okay, so I was able to take the core off. Okay, so now let's see if I can peel better. Okay, which is my top layer? Okay, here's one. Okay, there's She did say once you've steamed it, it's kind of hard to tell between one layer and another. And I could definitely see what she's talking about. And you got to work very, very slowly. So I'm only going to do one or two, then I'm going to do the rest because I want to keep my video within my 50-minute time frame. Okay, so I didn't do too bad, but yes, it ripped. See that? It ripped. But that's okay. We're going to go ahead and save it. So I'm going to go ahead and do until I have 12 of these leaves. And we'll bring you back when we get to that phase. And then we'll go to the next phase of mixing everything up together. And the light turned red. Hello, we're back. Okay, I've already done 1, 2, 3, 4. And see that? So I'm showing you. Here's my cabbage leaf. And then you roll it, and you roll it, and you tuck. And there we are. I'm going to do one more. And then I'm going to finish these off. And hubby's going to put these in our Ninja Foodi. Because we're going to put them in the Ninja Foodi. Because if you put them in your Foodi, it only takes 15 minutes to cook. If you do it in the oven, it's an hour and a half. And depending on the size of your leaf determines how much filling you put in there. But I will tell you, it's a messy job. Oh, you know what? I can go a little bit more. Because depending on how thick or how big your leaf is, you can put extra filling in it. See, I put a little bit extra, and there we go. Okay, I think we're done because we only got one more left room and we're done. Okay, will you turn me off, please? We'll bring you back at the next phase, which will be the taste test. Okay, we have got some in the Ninja. This first batch, they were on top. Do yourself a favor. Don't double stack your, I don't know about Instapots, but we have a Ninja Foodi, so don't over double stack it because the top layer burnt and the meat's not cooked, so this is not going to be edible. And so I've got the bacon, the oven on, waiting it to reheat, and I'm going to put this in the oven and bake it at 375 for 1 hour. But as soon as those are ready, we'll do a little taste test on that one, and then as soon as these are ready, we'll do a taste test on this one. Okay, so all you do is you put them in your dish, put the sauce over on top of it, and then bake it in the oven. And that's all we have to do. I am trying to coat all this. It doesn't say bake it covered or uncovered. I think I'm going to cover it, but I don't know if I should or not. So I may or may not. I don't know. We'll see what happens. So we'll bring you back to the next phase. Okay, we are back. And sorry to say, but this is a two thumbs fail. Okay, I'm going to show you why. Here is the Ninja Foodi. Look at that. It all burnt. Every bit of it. It's still hot. This just came out of the oven. And look at that. All burnt. All except for these two. So I'm going to do a taste test. If I do like the flavor and I like the meat, because I followed the recipe exactly, I will definitely make this again, but I'm putting a note in the directions to make sure you cover with foil, because those didn't turn out too bad. Look at that. And you can see the steam. And look, the meat did cook. Let me show you. See that? It did cook. But with the cabbage being burnt, you pretty much can only eat the filling. But But let's see what the flavor tastes like. That's the biggest point. Whoops. Okay, so here's some filling and the cabbage. Mmm. It's got a good flavor. You definitely taste the cabbage. It's not real. And what I like about this is one reason why I wanted to try this recipe is the cabbage is not overly cabbagey tasting. And the meat's good. It's a little bland. I definitely would add some more seasonings to the blend, to the meat. And I'm going to put that in my notes. So when I make, because I ended up freezing the rest of the meat because I ran out of cabbage leaves. And I froze the prepared meat, labeled the freezer bag. And I'll save it for the next time I make it. But the meat filling is good. I definitely use more seasoning like salt and pepper, garlic. I did enough garlic, it said, but sorry, but this one, 2 thumbs down for holding it all together. The Ninja Foodi took an actual hour and a half, and as you can see, it all burnt. So I will try it one more time, but this time bake it in the oven. I'm going to put some more seasonings in the mix, the meat filling, and bake it in the oven, covered, so the tops don't burn. Thank you so much for watching. We'll catch you in the next video. Bye-bye.